Hi friends, and welcome to Fit Cat Life. Today I have a gentle yoga video focusing on flexibility, relaxation, and toning. Let's get started in child's pose. Big toes together, knees can be as wide as the mat or closer together, and extending your hands towards the top of the mat. Beginning to stretch through the triceps and the chest, we're going to bend at the elbows, bring the hands behind the neck. And as we come into this space, beginning to focus on our breathing. Breathing deeply in through the nose, filling our belly with air, feeling expansion through the lower back, and gently breathing out through the nose or the mouth. Continuing with these deep breaths in, long exhales out. You can let those arms release here. Extend your hands towards the top of the mat. Big stretch. Press into your palms, and we're going to lift up into a tabletop position. Once we get there, making sure that our wrists are under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and beginning to circle out the hips here. Big circles moving in one direction, then the next. And continuing with those deep breaths in as you come forward. Long exhales out as you move back. And creating any movements that might feel good here. Maybe you want to linger on one side or the other. Just beginning to warm up the body and create space in the hips. As we come back into child's pose, beginning to move through cat-cow. So big breath in, look up. Exhale, round the back, tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Really exaggerating that exhale. Continuing with those deep breaths in and out. Creating fluidity in the spine. And always welcome to close the eyes here. Come back into tabletop. We're going to extend the hands towards the top of the mat. Tuck your toes under. Deep breath in, and then on the exhale, lift the hips up high, downward dog. You can walk your dog out here, dropping one knee at a time. Pressing the chest back towards the legs. Noticing if you're collapsing in the shoulders. If you are, we're pressing strong and away from the mat here. And you can always keep a gentle bend in those knees if your hamstrings are extra tight today. Come to some stillness in down dog. Next inhale, breathing in, come forward into plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come back to plank. Exhale, down dog. Continue moving with your breath, making sure that the movements follow your breathing and not the other way around. Warming up the core. And creating that body and breath connection. Come back to down dog. Bring your feet closer together here. We're going to drop the left heel down. And on the inhale, right leg comes up high towards the ceiling. We're going to gently bend at that right knee. Make sure that we're distributing the weight evenly between both palms here, and we're not rolling it all over onto our left side. Deep breath, lift that knee up higher. Exhale, take the knee across the body, tap the left elbow. Inhale, lift back up high. Exhale, tap the same side elbow, right side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, knee to nose, hold. Big breath and exhale, step it through. Making sure that right ankle is right below the right knee. We're going to drop the back knee and the top of the foot. Inhale, lift your arms up, opening up through the chest. Think about sticking that booty back, getting a nice back bend. You can release the palms to your thigh if you want a little more help with balance today, and it always helps to think about squeezing our thighs in together. Deep breaths in here, and on the exhale, seeing if we can open up through the chest a little bit more. And then coming into a twist, so our left arm comes forward, right arm goes back. Trying to keep the arms parallel to the ground here. And if we're feeling any pressure on our shoulders today, you're more than welcome to bend at the elbow and rest your hand on your hip. Releasing both hands back down towards the mat. We're going to straighten out that front leg, turn the toes up towards the ceiling, and you can keep a gentle bend in that knee here. Deep stretch behind that right leg. On the inhales, think about lengthening through the hamstring, and on the exhale, see if you could sink a little bit deeper. You can create movements with your breath here on the inhale, coming forward into lunge. On the exhale, straightening it out, half split. Wherever we are today, just making sure that we're not forcing any movements. Just letting our breath guide us. And come back into that lunge. Step back into three-legged dog. Right leg comes up towards the ceiling. And then exhale back to downward facing dog. You can walk your dog out here. And then switching over to the other side, feet together, right heel down. Inhale, left leg up high, bending at the left knee, opening up through that hip. Again, focusing on pressing through both palms. One more breath, lift up high, and exhale. Send the knee across the body, tap the opposite elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap the left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, send it knee to nose and hold. Breathing here. And stepping the foot through, coming into that lunge. Again, left knee right over the left ankle. Drop the back knee, top of the foot. Inhale, arms come up high. Open up through the chest, gaze up. Welcome to drop the palms to your thigh if you need a little extra help today. Breathing in, filling the belly with air, and exhale, releasing into our twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Keeping our awareness on our breath today. And releasing both palms back down to the mat. Coming into a half split on this side, so heel down, toes up. Again, you can move with your breath here. Inhale, coming into lunge. And exhale, walking back into half split. On the inhales, lengthening through the back of the leg. On the exhale, softening and dropping the knee, the nose closer towards the knee. Inhale, coming back into lunge. Walk the hands forward, plant the palms. Tuck your back toes under, lift the back leg up and step that left foot all the way back up, three-legged dog. And release into downward facing dog. Walking out the legs again if that feels good. And then inhale, coming forward into plank. And then exhale, lower chin and chest, top of the feet. Keep those thighs lifted as you press into the palms, coming into upward facing dog. And opening up through the belly here, you can turn your gaze over each shoulder. Deep breaths in. And then exhale, push it back, down dog. take a slow walk all the way up to the top of the mat. We're going to come into forward fold. And bend your knees here. You could bend them as generously as you'd like to. You could shake the head out, signs of yes, signs of no. Hold on to opposite elbows. Just letting the whole upper body release, bending at the waistline here. Deep inhales in, feeling that release in the lower back, and on the exhales, feel your body get closer towards the mat. If you want to open up through the shoulders, interlace the fingers behind the back, let them fall forward. Inhale. And exhale, gently let your hands release towards the mat. Next, inhale, come up to flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, release your palms to face forward and slowly bring yourself all the way up to mountain. Reaching the palms over the top of the head, bringing them together, gently bend at the back. And palms together, exhale, hands to the heart. Taking a few deep breaths here. Noticing any sensations in the body that might be occurring, the heart beating faster. Just feeling this energy flowing through our body. The next inhale, release the palms, big, reach all the way up, palms together, gently bend at the back. Exhale, hands together, forward fold, reach towards the ground. Inhale, flat back, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms. Step your right foot back, step your left foot back. Come to plank. And lowering back down, come up to upward facing dog. Make sure our neck is nice and long here, shoulders rolled back. And then on the exhale, drop the knees, coming into child's pose, sitting back on the hips. A few deep breaths here. And your next inhale, coming up into a tabletop. We're going to keep the big toes together, knees wide, and inhale, right arm comes up, open up through the chest, and then exhale, thread the needle, right arm comes underneath the left. Releasing the right side of the face and extending that left arm towards the top of the mat. If you'd like to go deeper into the shoulder, bend at your elbow and reach the left palm towards the inside of your right hip. Deep breaths here. And long exhales out. Keeping the awareness on our breathing. And on the next inhale, reaching that arm back up, pressing into the palm, and unraveling the right arm, reaching up towards the ceiling, looking up. And on the exhale, letting it release. Switch to the other side. Inhale, left arm comes up high. Exhale, thread the needle. And releasing the left side of the face down to the mat. Extending that left arm out. Right arm over the top of the head, reaching up. If you like to take this a little deeper, you can extend the arm up, bend at the elbow, and reach the hand towards the opposite thigh. And holding here, breathing in, and long exhale out. And keeping the muscles in the face soft and relaxed, shoulders gentle. On the next inhale, release the arm if you had it in a bind. And then releasing your hand back down, press into the palm, lift that left arm up. And exhale, release it to the mat. We're going to transition to laying down, so come to a seat. Bend gently at the knees, hold on to the backs of your thighs, and roll your spine down onto the mat. Gonna pull our knees in towards the chest. Rocking side to side, making small circles on the lower back. Breathing deeply here. As we're ready, gently letting the legs release, extending them out long. Hip distance or further apart with the feet falling towards the outer edges of the mat. Extending the arms to the sides of our body with the palms facing up. Settling into Savasana, our final resting posture. And as we are here, we can let go of control over our breathing. And know there is nothing left to do here but be here. Keeping your eyes closed. And taking these next few moments to let yourself relax and gain the benefits of today's practice. Releasing any leftover tension we may have stored in the body. Softening the face, the shoulders, the arms, and our legs. And as we are ready, gently moving the head from side to side. Reaching the arms up over the top of the head, stretching the legs. Take a full body stretch. You can rotate the wrists, arch the back. And then slowly bringing the knees in towards the body one last time. Give yourself a hug. And then rolling over towards your right side, gently press your way all the way up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Or together we can meet with hands at the heart. Thank you for joining me in today's practice. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Namaste.